We're gonna be friends?
Yeah. You want to be my friend?
We're not gonna be friends.
Some people tend to have an unfair advantage when it comes to attracting others. I'm sure you've noticed and probably wondered why, too. In this video, you're going to learn what this unfair advantage, which is called the halo effect, is, and how to use it to your advantage. We'll cover 6 science-backed strategies you can use to boost your attractiveness and become one with those people you can't help but be drawn to. Implementing these tips will give you the edge you need to stand out, make incredible first impressions, and open doors to new opportunities. Understanding the halo effect. Let's begin by demystifying the halo effect. Back in 1977, researchers Nesbitt and Wilson found that people's overall impressions of an individual can influence their perceptions of specific traits. For instance, if someone perceives a person as attractive, they're more likely to also see them as kind and intelligent. In other words, the halo effect is a tendency for people to assume that if someone is attractive physically, they must also possess other positive qualities like intelligence, kindness, and competence. Essentially, the perception of one positive trait like attractiveness creates a halo that makes us view that person's other traits more positively as well, even if we don't have any evidence about those other traits.
She's brilliant, of course. The rules of hair care are simple and finite. Any Cosmo girl would have known.
Enhancing physical appearance. The first and most effective way to hack the halo effect is by enhancing your physical appearance. As much as we may not want to admit it, looks play a huge role in how we're initially perceived. It's only human nature that when someone first lays eyes on you, their brain immediately starts forming impressions based on your looks before anything else. We found research carried out by Dion, Berscheid, and Walster back in 1972 where it was discovered that people automatically got viewed as having better personalities just by being perceived as more physically attractive. We all know the saying, "Don't judge a book by its cover," but the reality is, people do exactly that, at least at first glance. They don't get to see all your amazing inner qualities and strengths just by looking at you. What they see is the outside packaging you present to the world, and that visual shapes their opinion of you whether you like it or not.
Which reminds me, where's your report card?
It's not ready yet.
What do you mean it's not ready yet?
Well, some teachers were trying to lowball me, Daddy. And I know how you say never accept a first offer, so I figure these grades are just a jumping off point to start negotiations.
So, while yes, judging on looks alone isn't ideal, it's also human nature we can't fully avoid. But the good news is, you can seriously hack that first visual impression in your favor simply by putting a little effort into how you present yourself physically. Focus on habits like keeping your hair fresh and skin clear. Invest a little time and money into building a wardrobe of well-fitted, stylish clothes, and work on your posture and body language.
Could you carry this to my car for me? It's just outside.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Firm.
These few and seemingly basic upgrades to your physical presentation can make a massive difference in how you're instantly perceived by others. Their first impression will be, wow, this person has their act together and seems capable, all because you're emphasizing the positive by polishing up your outer appearance. Cultivating social skills. While looks can create a strong first impression, having great social skills is the key to really hacking the halo effect in the long run. You don't want to let people down after that initial positive impression, and this is where these social skills come into play. Researchers Reggio and Throckmorton found in 1988 that people who have good social skills tend to be seen in a more positive light by others. Basically, if someone is skilled at interacting with people socially, others are more likely to view them as being competent, likable, you name it. So, if you can nail those people skills, it'll reinforce all the positive traits people associate with you. So how do you cultivate those killer social skills? First up, work on your active listening skills. That means really focusing on the other person when they're talking instead of just waiting for your turn to speak. Nod your head, ask follow-up questions, and make them feel heard. Eye contact is huge too. Look people in the eyes when you're chatting with them. It shows you're engaged and interested in what they have to say. Don't go overboard and stare them down, but make that genuine eye contact. Finally, practice empathetic communication. Put yourself in the other person's shoes and try to understand their perspective. Show them that you get where they're coming from. Consistency in positive behaviors. We've established that making a stellar first impression is awesome, but it's not enough on its own. You've got to keep that positive momentum going, or else people will feel misled pretty quickly. In 1946, there was a researcher named Ash who found that our first impressions of someone's core traits stick in our minds, and those initial vibes we get shape how we continue viewing that person later on.
Is there anything else I can get for you?
So let's say you come across as super reliable, kind, and supportive at first glance. People are going to file that away as, oh, this is a stand-up, caring person. But then, if you start flaking out, being selfish, or generally not backing that up through your actions, those positive first perceptions are going to start crumbling.
Sorry I'm late, honey. I couldn't get a cab. How was the meeting?
Oh, well, there was a beginning, a middle, and an end. Nice to meet you, Chip.
On the flip side, the more you consistently demonstrate that you are indeed a dependable, thoughtful individual over time, the more solidly cemented those initial thoughts about you become. The key is being authentic and matching your walk with your talk, and people will naturally gravitate towards you even more.
Oh, okay, but this can't be good for the baby.
Building a positive online presence. Now, let's chat about your online presence because, as you know, we're in 2024 and that's huge these days. There was this study back in 2008 by a researcher named Walther and his team. They found that how attractive your profile picture is on social media can actually sway how people judge your whole personality and abilities. Unbelievable, right? We know. I'm sure you've seen those social media profiles where your first thought is, yikes, what is this? But then there are others where you're like, gosh, this person seems so cool. Well, you could easily be giving off either of those vibes online. However, the key to giving off the second vibe is curating your social platforms to highlight all your best qualities. Use high-quality, flattering photos for your profile pictures and cover shots. Actually put some thought into it instead of just using a selfie from 2016, and engage with positive, meaningful stuff online. If you put a little effort into cleaning up your online presence, you'll be blown away by the impact. People will start getting such a great impression of you before even meeting you in person. Leveraging confidence and charisma. Another way to hack the halo effect for instant attraction is by tapping into the power of confidence. There was a study done back in 2001 by Anderson, John, Keltner, and Kring. They found that people who simply give off a self-assured, confident vibe tend to be instantly perceived as more intelligent by others, even if their actual skills and abilities don't necessarily back that up 100%. Isn't that kind of wild? Just by carrying yourself with poise and owning that calm, collected confidence, you can make people automatically view you as more attractive and competent before you even say a word. So the name of the game is building up that self-assurance from the inside out. Start working on your self-esteem, give yourself positive affirmations, do some power posing exercises, work on your own body language, and keep pushing your comfort zones little by little. That'll breed more self-trust. You can check out our video on how to harness your inner glow-up, posted in the description. Once you start feeling yourself and embodying that confidence for real, people will pick up on it instantly. Their perception of your intelligence and skills will get an automatic boost, all because you're owning your unique swagger. But remember, the word is confidence, not arrogance. Creating a memorable presence. Finally, the key to making the halo effect work for you long-term is creating a truly memorable presence. A 2005 study by researchers Schmidt and Alik found that individuals who are able to leave a positive, lasting impression on people tend to be remembered way more favorably over time. It's like they get bonus points just for being unforgettable in a good way. So, while nailing that initial vibe is crucial, the real key is transitioning into being a person who sticks in people's minds as someone magnetic and charismatic. Someone they can't help but be drawn to and think highly of.
Interested?
Perhaps.
Hungry?
Starving.
Leaving?
Now?
Mm-hmm.
How do you cultivate that kind of memorable presence? Well, start by sharing your unique interests, experiences, and perspectives with the world. Don't hold back on your true self. Put it all out there through captivating conversations and engaging with cool hobbies or causes you're passionate about. The more you unapologetically immerse people in what makes you distinctly you, the more they'll be compelled by you. Leave every interaction on a high note too, energizing others with your positive mindset. That combo of uniqueness and enthusiasm is tough to forget. Before you know it, you'll be that person who always leaves a lasting imprint in the best way possible. People won't only have a fleeting positive first impression, you'll be permanently etched in their brains as someone awesome they want to be around. Be unforgettable for all the right reasons, and that perception of you will just continue amplifying over time. It's the ultimate way to make the halo effect a lasting reality. There you have it. 6 science-backed strategies to hack the halo effect and become instantly irresistible. From polishing your appearance to cultivating confidence and consistency, these tips will have people drawn to you in no time. Let us know in the comments if this was helpful or if there are any other topics you would love for us to explore for you.